Hello everyone, and welcome to Factorio Empire, and it's Seablock time. Let's see. Here we are. Here is our 4 city blocks, 1 rail block that we would like to use to build production here using something along these lines. Something along those lines. So I think we'll need to make a couple of changes there. Let's see what is missing. We are missing. Where do we have good speed models? I guess here. Okay, I have no idea who wants 2 tier 3 speed models. That's okay. That's fine. What I'd like to do, I'd like to tell robots that we would like to landfill all of that. Like this, and like that. This will take a while. Oh, at the very least, it's gonna take some time. Another thing that we see that we are not getting that many underground belts. Do we have a problem with underground belts? Here. We don't have titanium bearings, right? So let's fix them. We do have titanium bearings. And the robots are not exactly super busy. We are just using 1000 of logistic robots. But, wait, where is it? But this thing is not really being produced. I think it's because we have very, very high size of the request. Like it's basically oversized. Let's lower this a little bit. I think the chest is just full. Where is it? This one. Yep, the chest is full. Let's change this to 1000. We'll change this one to 1000. I mean, that's kind of a lot, to be honest. And this one to 1000. Sure. That sounds good. We will rebuild this chest to clear some items out of there. And I feel like that should be enough. Actually, we don't even need to proceed. Probably. Yeah, it's probably gonna be fine, because we probably have a couple of titanium bearings, and as soon as we got some of them, it should, like, the situation should become significantly better there. Okay, look at this. It's awesome. Maybe we don't need this many. Or maybe we do. I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. Whatever. Whatever. It's gonna be fine. Now, while that part is getting landfilled, let's perform some calculations. So, I would like, ideally, I would like to place that build with production of the rubies here. However, we can kind of reduce majority of it to also get kind of upgrade this part where we are producing ores, like the basic ores. And once we have this part upgraded, we can actually remove all of that and start building like a better, like a proper kind of layout for the new, for like end games setup, or at least end game layout, production of all ores up to the coils, up to the shit coils and wire coils, right? That's what we want to do, and some plates, etc. for alloys that we have to have. For that, I basically need kind of 2 things here. I need a process, like this process, getting up to crystal seedling, and I would also like to add, maybe right there, another process. I'll add it at the end, I think. where we'll be getting, of course, Cretinio more. Of course, it's gonna be Cretinio more. So we'll produce it. We do not have, unfortunately, well, I'm not gonna be bothering with efficiency. Well, actually, let's do that to make sure that we actually have the correct model in the, like, to make sure that it's not that we forgot the model, but it's about actually we decided that we'll be using efficiency model instead of speed module, etc, etc. And let's say we have beacons. How many beacons do we need? Oh, we need 2.7. Okay, how about I want to, no, I want to reduce the number of this ore crushers as much as I can. So this crushed stone. Okay, we're getting some output out of it, that's fine. This thing, it can use prod modules, so we'll calculate it with the best prod modules. The question is, how many do we need? Oh, interesting. So 60, like 1 is not enough. Let's see, how many do we actually need? 50. Well, no. Let's do it the other way. Let's first of all, we'll be using charcoal production because we want the spot to be sulfur positive, and for that we have to use basically this process. We cannot use speed modules here, unfortunately, but we can use speed modules like in the beacons around. And now we see that in order to produce 60 crushed Cretinium, we need 1,200. If you look here, we are actually producing 980. So the question is, can we produce more? Like, how much more can we do? Can we get? We are going with 3 lines of 5 beacons each. But our build here, I think it had 4 lines, right? Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How about... what if we add 5 beacons to this line and to that line as well? So we'll have 4 lines in total with 5 beacons, right? How much of this stuff of crystal dust can we produce? I don't know, let's go for 1300 maybe? Let's take a look. Okay, so it's a little bit... we can produce a little bit more than that. Let's go like 1350. Okay, that's a little bit too much. 140. Okay, now we got the exact ratio. Let's remove the extra 0 that we added. Okay, so 4 lines will be giving us this much, 268, and we can use it to produce 1340 of the sludge. So 1340, that means that we can actually get a little bit more. 340, right? 56.5. Basically, that seems to be the amount that we can get. Let's see, how many beacons do we need in order to be able to have just one ore crusher handling that? So if you have 11 speed modules, it's already not enough, so let's say 12. 60 here is not enough. What if you say 61? Okay, then it becomes enough. 60 here is too much. What, 50? Still too much. 40. I think it's not gonna be enough. 55. Oh, look at that. exactly how much we want. Okay, good. Nice. So we know that we need 12 beacons covering our crusher. We need 61 beacons covering crystallizer. Is this the best crusher? Yes. And we need 45 beacons covering filtration unit to make this work. Good. Now, for this part, how hard would it be to use exactly one all crusher here? Okay, 12. We can need more light, right? 15. 15 matches. Just to get this numbers correct, let me increase it by 10 times. So we'll check 14. 14 probably is not gonna be enough. Yeah, 14 is not enough. 15 here is enough though. So let's set it. Here, if you go for like 10, this is gonna be enough. I don't think I forgot something. I forgot to select the beacons. That's too much. 6. Again, 5. 5. There's like a delay, I guess. 5 is not enough, so we need 6 beacons here for this one. So if you're using 12, it's too much. 6, 8, 9. I think we need 9 beacons around this one. Here, is it also 9? Let's double check. No. Maybe 6. Wait. Here we had 6. Here, 6 is too much. 4? What? Really? Just 4 of them? That's very, very surprising, to be honest. So if you put 4 here, are you gonna get the same thing? Yeah, 4 is enough. That's great. And here I think we had 15, right? On the other one. Alright, 15. So we need kind of from 15 beacons. Well, up to 15 beacons. In order to have just a single one. In order to be able to have just a single crusher. Crushing all of these things. Okay, interesting. So maybe it's actually better not to have this built. Maybe it's better to have like something else with just 6 crushers, and the trick would be figuring out how to connect all of these things there. Right, so let's see. So we have basically two kind of. Let me maybe bring this one up. And I probably want to change this and say that. Yeah, I'll have something like this. So we need 5.4 for this one, and for this. Wait. This one with filtration unit. And here. 5.4. Oh, I see. So we kinda didn't do it quite correctly. How about I say that we'll be producing it here, like this, and for this process, so we have 40 beacons here, and that's not enough. Let's try to get 45 beacons, maybe. 45 seems to be enough. No. Let's change. The amount of crystal seedling here is not correct. So we'll need to scale this a little bit up. How would we do it? I mean, let's go for do we really need to do that, by the way? I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether we actually need to go there. I'm not sure whether we actually need to do that. Okay, 80, 83 maybe? No, too many. Okay, something like this, 82. So with 82, the ratios here would be what? If we have 12 beacons here, that's already enough. Here we also have 12 beacons. That's great. Here we had 61. So if we have 61 here, and I guess 61 here, that's too many. So the point is that if we place these two crystallizers with 61 beacons around them, then we should be able to reuse the build both for regular ore, crush and write for Cratinium, and or like something else, and for this thing, the rubies. Since we'll probably have only a single build for rubies and potentially a couple of copies for Cratinium, let's kind of design it, I guess, for like Bob's ores, right? With Bob's ores in mind. And now that we have proper ratio here, I think we can say that we'll be using this filtering, and what was we will try and go with 45, I think, right? Okay, so 45 seems to be enough. Just in case, we could try to like increase it a little bit. Right, 45 here seems to be enough. And here, if we add a couple of beacons, how many beacons do we need for this? Okay, 12 is not enough. What about 16? 16 is not enough. Wait, but in the future we'll have assembly machine 6 here, right? Oh, and we can do it like that. Yep. 1.2, okay, not enough. 16. That is enough, but I did all of this wrong. I did all of this wrong, because we shouldn't aim for one machine, right? We should aim for 10 machines. It's okay. So basically, what that means that we are seeing here. What we are seeing, it means that we shouldn't have any problem with just having a single assembler over here. That's how I read it. Okay, so we have this block that, well, two blocks. They request pretty much exactly the same stuff, except that Cratinium requires mineralized water that we should be able to produce from this crash stone, in theory, I think. And right now, for the rubies, we don't really have this problem. We just need a bunch of purified water that we could probably get. Now, this part, I would like to change it a little bit, because what we're actually building here, we are getting crystal slurry, I think. I think it's all about crystal slurry. And the amount that we're interested is 1, 3, 4, 1. Right? More or less. Let's calculate the number of beacons that we need for this. While we are doing that, how is the landfill? Okay, that part got landfilled. Let's help a little bit our robots and give them some access to continue landfilling all of that. Okay, something will be happening there now. Let's proceed. Let's temporarily increase this part here. So let's calculate how many beacons do we need. 29 beacons. Is it going to be enough? No. We actually need 30. Okay, that's fine. We got 30 beacons here. Here, how many beacons do we actually require? 6, maybe. 3. No. 4. No. 5. Okay, so we need 5 beacons here. We probably need the same amount. 5 here. No, we need 6. Or probably even 7, to be honest. It's 7. We need 7 beacons for this one. I actually don't want to be using any beacons because I think it just doesn't make sense. But okay, we could say like 6 or something. I mean, having 2 there is not bad. Let's say I don't want to have any beacons there. Yeah, if we don't want to have any, then we need 8. Maybe... yeah, I probably don't want to beacon this spot. Just doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, doesn't makes absolutely no sense. Basically, it's 16.1. We could say we'll just build 16, right? And we'll have like ratio 2:1 or something along these lines. And this one, the part that is going to recycle all this, I think. So right now it's 1.2 in order to process all of that. What if we replace these beacons with speed ones? Okay, we need 1.4. Okay, 30 beacons is a lot. Oh, but we have 10 multiplier. Okay, never mind. Never mind, I'm just confused. Let's say we have 0 beacons. How would that work? Okay, then we need a lot. What if we say that we need 5 beacons? That's already enough. 3 beacons? Yes, 3 beacons would be enough to make this work. Okay, great. I think we figured out beacon counts. So, the largest amount of beacons, we need 30 for this one, but it kind of matches actually what we have here, right? It's basically this liquefier. It needs 30. And here we have exactly 30 around, and we need 61 around this one. So we have 39 now. Well, 39 might actually be enough for this process, for the rubies, but it probably will not be enough for the other one. Let's not copy this yet. Let's see. If I wanted to add 5 beacons here, how would I do? I probably do it kind of over there, like this. So this will be 1 line of beacons. And here we have a problem. We are not reaching this part that easily. So the question... oh no. I have a tiny problem. This one, okay, this inserter is not in a good spot. Let's just move it a little bit. It might sound like it might look a little bit bad what we are doing, but we'll move the inserter and we want it to place things on the... not on the closer side, but on the further side, on the left side of the belt. What this allowed us to do, it allows us to move this one a little bit to the left. This thing can be moved, I don't know, let's say there, for example. We just need to wait for it and yeah, right. Place this thing here. Where is the inserter? coming. Yep. This is the inserter. We want it to be dropping things over there. Alright. Exactly like this. Nice. Good. That is very good. So, let's proceed with figuring out what exactly we are going to be doing over here. Like that. Like that. Nice. Let's take a look. The numbers here look good, by the way. The numbers here look really good. Let's go over there and start doing something. I just want something to start happening here. What we could do, we could place this thing in theory, and this way we kind of know approximately how much room we have for yeah, we'll know how much room we have for like different pieces of our build. And I think we would like to start with this one. So we could place this thing. Yeah, or maybe... Oh, we could place it horizontally as well. Maybe I could even do it like that. Let's think. Let's think. What would be better? If you do it like this, we can actually place this silo over there. We have a little bit of room to build a couple of things in the input if we decided to, though I don't think we actually want to do that. Let's try to make it work like this. I honestly would like to try and do that. The only thing that I don't like is this substation that we have placed. Is it possible to move it? Let's quickly check. So I don't like the fact that the substation is over there, but at the same time there are no better locations for it, or I don't see anything better. Okay, we'll just be, I guess, a bit careful. So let's say we place the stuff as close to the side as we can. Right? To the bottom. We kind of place it like this. Now, the problem is we need to figure out how to get this amount of viscous mud water. And another thing that we need to figure out is whether these two liquefiers will be enough. So let's start with liquefiers. Let's say we are getting viscous mud water from the mud. No, wait, not like this. We are getting it from the mud. If I click on this now, control, no, shift. I don't know. I don't know how to make them connect using this line. What's happening? Okay, something doesn't quite work there. It's not quite correct. It's okay. So we are not really supposed to have we are not really supposed to have this line of power poles, so it's fine. That is fine. What is breaking now? Oh, we have a connection over there as well. Okay, we'll remove it as well. Right, let's get back to the spot. So we have 8 mud. We need to consume 8 mud, and we can consume 141.7. Okay, let's just take calculator. So 141.7 No. How do we do that? Divided by 18.9. It means that a single liquefier is consuming 7.49 of mud. A single liquefier here is consuming 7.49, and we'll have 2 liquefiers, so 8 mud should be easily consumed. And another thing that we need to check is if we are getting mud from the ground, we need 7.1 of this, and if we are getting water from the ground, we need 1.6, and that's only to power this kind of pot. So basically each half of this would need 1 water and 4 like seabed thingies for viscous mud stuff. 1 water, so we have water input here, water input here, water input here. But we do it like this. Okay, we can connect things like that. We'll do the same thing on this side. Okay, and now we have only single input for the water. Right, let's start doing something about that. We have a single input. It can come from this one. We also have a little bit more stuff. Let's proceed with do something like this, and then we'll remove the excess. I want to place regular offshore pump right here, and below that I want to place a bunch of the other pumps. Oh, this ones, seafloor pumps, yep. And we might need to move the spot slightly to the right. That's gonna be fine. I don't need this part, by the way. We can make this one a tiny bit more compact, and go like that. This will turn to the right as well. This will go like this, and this one will go like this, and this one can be moved slightly further out there. Yep, okay, nice. I actually really like how it's turning out to be. It's looking pretty good. Yep, like that. Look at this. And we want to have a regular style, right? Well, I guess it's it should be limited by something, so let me just copy this part, and we'll place it right there. And we have some space if we needed to get like some extra input. This is looking great. I really like what I see so far, what I'm seeing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, that's only 3. We need 4. We don't have enough space for the 4th one. Let's give it some space, like that. And if we place this thing over there, it's working. No, we also need a tiny bit more space here. Okay, now this part is kind of getting connected. This one is kind of getting connected, but we can move it only by 1 tile, pretty much. We cannot move this closer. Just 1 tile. Okay, and this one, we cannot move them closer at all. At least I don't think so. Top-up valve, why is it there? Right, it's okay. It's okay, basically we'll make it look like this. We'll have to add a bit of belts there. Have this connection going like this. Speaking of connection, I think we can just connect them directly like this. And I'd like to have inline pump probably let's take a look. These ones are connected correctly. These ones are connected correctly. I probably wanted to be right here, in line. Oh, yes, small stone tag, this one. Just to make sure that there is always output for this thing. Because here we're using overflow. Yeah, just in case. Just in case. Okay, we can add this one, we can add this one. Look at this. Isn't it great? I think it's looking awesome. I think it looks awesome. You can place this thing here like that, and like that. And fix this part. And now that we did it, we might need to place this thing over there again. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen with the styles, to be honest. It's fine. It's fine. Whatever happens with them, we don't care that much. And from... Well, okay. Here's the thing. We need this power plant to be there. So how about I place a new reactor in here somehow? Is this the correct placement? What is this blueprint? I don't think we should include sand in this one because I think it's just wrong. Let's remove sand. And we'll kind of try to align and place it right here. The problem is that it's kind of only a quarter of the reactor and it's not even like the correct one, you could say. Let's do the following. Let's quickly create a deconstruction planner. Okay, this one. That will take green turbine. Is it? No, it's here, right? We'll take green one and we'll convert it to blue. Oh, to purple, sorry, we'll take this, no, we'll take heat exchanger. Where is heat exchanger? This one. And we'll convert it to purple, right? I think we are trying to do it with purple. And I just want to apply it to all of that. Do we have purple ones? I don't know, it doesn't seem to be the case. We can start building them. I'm actually not sure. Oh, we don't have them. We are still just trying to research those things. It's fine. We'll wait for the research to finish. We will wait for that to happen, but that means that we are not gonna get power from here anytime soon, so we might as well just get the power from transformer. Where is it? Where is transformer? I thought they were here. Right, here it is. Yep, just like that. And we could have something like this here. Okay, maybe not here. Maybe it's supposed to go here, actually, now think about it, because we want this community to also be covered. And this is really nice, because with this substation, we can use a single substation to cover all of that. I like that. I really like this. Now, let's add this connection. Let's add... Oh, why I cannot reach? Interesting. And here it cannot reach? No way. Well, we do have some space here. I guess we might as well use it. Okay, we kind of almost got slightly unlucky. Almost. But not quite, not quite. Okay, heat pipe 2. uranium reactor. Minimum temperature 615. Okay, let's see how it goes. Let's see how much power we'll be able to produce from this. And one thing that I'd like to do, I'd like to stamp this again to, or maybe I'll also turn it a little bit because it looks like there are like some holes in the blueprint. It's not quite correct. Doesn't look quite the way I intended it to look. Here, I'll connect this thing here, and this thing will temporarily be connected to that one, and it will be given us the power. Okay, maybe not like this, maybe even directly there. Yeah, maybe that's better, because this way, if you need to disconnect this part, you'll disconnect only like part of this build and not everything that we have. Oh, look at that. Just look at that. We have our new geode production. The tiny problem here is that we didn't add this stuff. Do that pretty easily. Okay. And this has good speed, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, all 5 cover this part. This one is not covered by the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cover this, that's good. This one will also be covered, I think. And this one is also covered. Oh. Will be covered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, nice. And here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. So we built this part. We built. We have production of the geodes that is stuck. Yeah, that's, I guess, just the way things are. We're using express inserter. Why don't we use stack inserters for this one? Wouldn't stack inserters here be better? Does it matter? Okay, let's stick with this inserters for now, but if there are issues, there might be issues, right? Because we are trying to output how many total? Okay, it's like if you divide it by 20 from a single one, trying to output 4 plus 3 plus 4 plus 2, so it's 13 plus 2.5, so it's 16. We are trying to output 16 with a single inserter. I am not convinced about that. Yeah, let's change it to a better one. I think we have to use better inserters here. And I hope that when I'm upgrading them just like this, they will keep their configuration. I really do. So this was going to the furthest one. Right, and this is our geode washing, right? That's our new geode washing. So, okay, we are already producing heat pipes. Let's double check. Okay, it kept the orientation. Let me just double check further, closer. Further, closer. Closer, further, closer, further. Basically, the idea is that when the inserters are placing things from this side, they are just trying to place stuff on different sides of the belt, and they will fill up almost all belt by the time they reach, or potentially could fill out almost all belt, and then the last one will be placing stuff on both sides to kind of like half and half to fill in like all holes in the belt if there are any. Right, that is the idea. Okay, we need to place some things. We basically need two inserters here from this block to be placing stuff on one side of the belt and two on the other side of the belt. Okay, good. I really like what I see so far. I think it's kind of got a bit lucky. It lined up here. It even lined up with this line, so it looks even more beautiful. And now we need to figure out how to convert all this into dust. I am not sure where exactly I'll be doing that. We could do it here. So we need how many? We need up to 15 beacons. If you place stuff here, we'll have coverage only by 4 beacons, unless we increase the distance of these beacons, which we can actually do if needed. So we'll have only 4 beacons. We could have some extra beacons in between, I guess in between the things, but I'm not sure. I am not sure how to do that, because I'd like to see how the remaining part will work. And speaking of how the remaining part will work, I'm thinking, so since I want this design to be applicable to like both this part and this part, I could maybe start with this one and do something like, no, this is like the output, and we have like something like this. That's what I've been thinking about. Because this part requires only, what, 12 beacons? It will probably get it from this side. And right, and this one requires also 12 beacons. It will also get them. This one's actually need much less than 61. But this one requires really 61. Interesting. So if you place a crystallizer here, place the crystallizer, and we'll start placing beacons around. Right, that's the distance. I kind of want to do it from the very beginning with beacons too. Just the way that I think will make it a little bit easier to come up with design, because all of them will kind of be like they will fit together really nicely. So let's see if we go. Okay, we can have another line actually here. How many beacons are here? 66, but we need only 61. So actually don't need these 2 beacons. We can go with something like this. 63 beacons. Sure. Sounds good. We actually will need to remove 1 beacon in order to be able to transport the ore. And in this case, we need 2 of this, so we can have something like that. It will have. We'll need to make the furthest line, this line. Beacon 3, beacon 2, beacon 1, beacon 3, beacon 2, beacon 3. This will be beacon 3 because we wanted to reach both this part and this part. And this will be beacon 3 because we wanted to reach this part. This will be beacon 2, this will be beacon 1. Unless we need a little bit more coverage for the soul crusher, but I don't think we do, and even if we do, yeah, it's like whatever, doesn't really matter. We'll need connection between them. No, wait, we don't need connection between them. We would need connection between these 2 to transport crystal catalysts. So we'll basically make one of them, for example, this one, the one exporting like crystal catalysts, and then we can belt them right across. And speaking of belting, we can actually do it here. So with that, this one will have 61 beacon exactly. We could make it 62 actually, now to think about it. We could do something like that. The output, I don't know, I kind of want to have purple ones everywhere, maybe except the last part. Oh. Wait, that's a problem. that's we need. Can we? Oh, we cannot say the negation here. We can specify negation, but we can have. We're talking about 66.5, and purple belt can get 60. Maybe it would make sense to bring this a little bit down to leave some room for the splitter. Now this whole part could kind of go like that. Right, but then we'll have, but okay, that's not a good idea. Maybe this one is better. To leave some room for belts to kind of go around. To leave some room for belts to go around, and also so that we are getting better coverage from here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here we can basically have 6, so it's gonna be 12, and we need for this one's exactly 12, right? So we just keep this part with beacons 2, and this our crusher should get pretty good coverage, and we'll use this splitters to make sure the filtering is happening correctly. Right, so we can basically like filter a bunch of stuff, kind of send it somehow over there. I'm not sure it looks actually good. I don't think it does, but you know what? It's good enough. Let's not overthink it. I'll probably bring it like this, yeah. I'm not sure to which side. Maybe actually to this. No, to this side. Actually, yeah, maybe we could just kind of sneak it through this area. And then we could just bring it to the warehouse or something that will have with a mix of the dust produced from these geodes and crushed stone. Right. I think I like that one better. So we'll have something like this, right? We are bringing it over there. This part is going here. Here. And we'll just combine them. Something like that. Right, and we need to say the top priority here. I'm not sure why I'm doing that, to be honest. We really we should not be focusing on this, to be honest, because this part is not needed for this block. That's the thing that we would use for the other one, for the Cretinium one. But TLDR, it is possible to get crushed stone from there and like feed it back into the system, because I don't want to be expert in it. Okay, good. So let's maybe take a break at this point. I will record both episodes like one right after another, but in the just to keep the episodes a little bit of reasonable length, let's cut it here. I think when we were doing the initial design of the geodes here, I spent like 4 episodes on them, or like 3, something like this. Let's call this one geodes washing, or like something like fast or new geodes washing, or washing of geodes, or beaconed washing of geodes. It's not exactly beaconed. I mean, we are just having like one line of beacons here, because like this part doesn't need to be like, we don't have to waste power on this. We are already pretty limited on power. Actually, let's double check. We have 100 beacons there, and 45 beacons here, which is like 140, 150 times 2, because the best beacon has a better, like it requires 2 megawatts, or almost 2 megawatts. It's already 300 megawatts here, and we are limited. Well, we're actually limited not by 400. Like in reality, we are limited by 500. So this part, this corner will be producing 500 megawatts, and that's the limit of our highest substation tier. Right, so that's the main reason why I didn't have like fully beacon setup here. I want to kind of keep it limited to the things that would benefit from it the most, specifically anything with prod modules. like this part. Like it's a must to have beacons with prod modules. Well, it's not. It's actually not. But anyway, that's kind of the way I'd like the stuff to work. And yeah, so we have some understanding of how the stuff will look. Let's maybe before we finish the episode for real, let's do something. Let's say we are removing this part. We want to have an assembly machine here. We know that. We don't care about these things. We'll just get all the output. This one will be producing the actual output. This one will be producing the catalysts. We need only 22 catalysts. That is, how is it called? Yeah, crystal catalyst. That's nothing. And the output here would be 27. I still want to use purple thingy for that though. And if we are very, very lucky, we might even... Oh, interesting. It's kind of interesting, to be honest. Because we don't have the greatest connection here now. This could do something like that. Should be fine, right? So we're producing 27.8. It will be outputted in here. We will be using brass pipes because the distance here seems to be pretty long. So we'll have something like this with the input coming from this side. Right, the input will be coming from this side, and yeah, we'll have some power poles placed there. Actually, let's check if I place a power pole here. Station. It does actually cover everything, so that's pretty good in my opinion. Right, and this one, I'm moving slightly to the left, right? That's how we're doing things. Okay, so as I said, let's take a break. We will be proceeding with this design now, with the design for raw rubies. We'll have an awesome build, and our whole base will need only one copy of this city block, to be honest, because I ran some calculations. Oh, right. Oh, this is actually wrong, what we have here. What we have here is wrong, we'll redo it. It's wrong because we need not one type of gems, we need 6 types of them. It's just that the ruby is the one that is needed in the largest quantities, and the quantity that I can specify here, it's like much higher than what is actually needed for the other, even for ruby. I think for ruby we need like 32, and for all other 5s we need like 2 or 4 per second, so it's like, I think 2 per second. Yeah, so we'll have to change this path a little bit. We'll probably have a line of them somewhere. We'll figure it out. It should be pretty straightforward to, you know, to make it work. Nice. So that's what we did. Sorry, still coughing. That's what we did today. We have faster GEODES washing, and yeah, I should stop talking. Here we are. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next episode. Cheers.